What if I told you that there's a certain way of thinking that'll bring you unlimited wealth, both physically and spiritually? Welcome to Franco Bill. On this newly made channel, we discuss God, growth, and greatness. Today, it's all about rewiring your mind. Every single person on this planet has a certain way of thinking, and depending on that way of thinking, causes them to live a certain lifestyle. Many people have the way of thinking where they got to get up every morning and just work. But what type of work? Work a job, a W-2 type of job. What if I told you that there's a certain way of thinking that'll get you to that 1099 that everyone wants so badly? What if I told you that there's a way of thinking that with consistency, practice, with action, will get you what you want in life? And what is it all based off of? Your dreams and your aspirations. The first part. As you grow, as you grow, your circle, your inner circle, the people that you trust, the people you hang around, the people that you talk to the most, it shrinks. Simple, right? I'm sure everybody's heard that. Big circle, small circle as you grow. I mean, you guys are smarter than this, right? But as you grow, your circle closes. Now, who am I to talk? I only speak what I myself am currently practicing and what I myself have already experienced to a different degree. But I know that much. As you grow, your circle shrinks. Why? From what I know, in my experiences, the more basic you are, the more friends you have. Why? Because it's a default setting. Imagine that, a video game, a default setting. You have more people, you have more regulars, right? But as you hone your skills, as you hone who you are as a person, the people you hang around decrease. Why? Because now you have more standards, you have more specifications in which you're looking for. The band kids hang around with band kids, athletes hang around with athletes, cheerleaders, gamers to gamers. It's all about what you do and who you are. So who are you? What type of things do you do? The next thing, if not more important than the last, accountability. I heard this really funny thing. It's a meme. But I heard it was really funny. If you understand the 100 men versus one gorilla, and then a couple guys started posting 100 women versus accountability. Now that's just a joke. Don't take it seriously. But the point is, we need to be accountable. Whether we have other people to hold us accountable for us if we can't do it ourselves, which is pretty common, or we have the amount of discipline it takes to hold ourselves accountable. We can't always rely on other people. Although when you're working with a team, it's the best policy to have. If you guys cannot hold each other accountable, what kind of a team are you really? Hold each other accountable and hold yourself accountable, because you're holding true to your word. And what's your word if it's not backed by truth? Exactly. Now, it's uncomfortable, but we have to break the conditioning of our mind. Rewire your mind. That's the title of today's video. Rewire your mind. Break the conditioning and hold yourself accountable, because none of that will happen if you don't hold yourself accountable. Imagine you're going along. This is you, little circle guy, smiley face or sad face, whatever. You're moving along. You want to get to this dream, your aspiration, what you want. That's X. X marks the spot, treasury, right? You're going. Oh, something happened. Bomb. You just got a fork in the road. What are you going to do? A lot of people look at this. This is what happens. This fork in the road pushes back. And guess what? People start right back here. Do you want to start right back there? I sure don't. Especially with this newly built YouTube channel. Why would I have a fork in the road? Maybe I can't post one day. Am I going to let that stop me? No. Guess what's going to happen next post schedule? 2 posts. Oh my gosh. Look at that. And the next thing you know, you're back to square one, right? Boom, this failed. You keep going. Oh, fork in the road. What are you going to do? Do you know what ants do? Ants! They do this. They do that, or they just go right over it. Boom. And guess what? Holding yourself accountable. Why would you let things stop you? Do I sound wise yet? I'm not that old. When things come your way, you need to keep yourself accountable, whether you're going to let that take you back to square one, stop you, or whether you're going to go around it or over it or through it to get to where you need to be. X. So you need to ask yourself those questions. Now, when I speak to you, I speak to me. This is stuff that I need to know too. And of course, I mess up as well. But I need to hold myself accountable to the things that I have to do. I have a lot of goals, a lot of set schedules, and I have a lot of marks to reach, if that makes sense. And I can't do that if I don't hold myself accountable. Every day I need to be busy. Now, this is how you can hold yourself accountable. This is like the jankiest little sketch right here, but it's true. And if you have even half a brain, I'm pretty sure you can understand it. Now, eventually you'll get to X, but here's one thing. You must be patient with it. You must be patient. Muscle doesn't grow in one day. Don't be so sciencey about it, but muscle doesn't grow in one day. It's consistency in the gym. It's consistency with your eating habits. It's consistency with the mentality to stay consistent. It's that simple. Keep growing, rewire your mind, stay accountable. I don't know how I will get there, but I know I will. I know I will get there. I don't know how, but I will. This is trust in your own ability to keep yourself accountable and grow. Without growth, what is there to really keep yourself accountable with? Right? Unless it's starting the growth. Without accountability, what's the growth if it goes right back down? What's the growth if it stops? A rocket ship does not go up and stop halfway there and decides whether or not it needs to keep itself accountable. It pushes and pushes until it blows up, falls, or reaches where it needs to be, outer space. How are you pushing yourself? How are you growing? How are you keeping yourself accountable? I don't know how I'll get there, but I will. I don't know how in the world I'm going to grow this channel, but I know I will. By the grace of God, growth, and greatness. And when you plan for something like that, the end result is more exciting than just stopping. Think about it. Hold yourself accountable. Think right, because a lot of people can hold themselves accountable, but their mind isn't in the right spot. They haven't rewired their mind. They haven't reprogrammed themselves. What they say, when calamity strikes, what are you going to do? What are you going to say? Exactly. Now, when I talk to you, I talk to me. Hold yourself accountable. Be true to your word. And if this is your word, you better do it. Next, leave what's holding you back. A lot of people are so caught up on the past, on what's happened to them before. Now, I don't blame you guys. A lot of people have traumatizing stories. But here's the deal. You need to leave what's holding you back. Whether it's people, whether it's memories, whether it's some show you watched and now you're so hooked onto it, even if it's over, leave what's holding you back. And now sometimes that means forgiving people. Have you forgave that person that's holding you back? Have you rewired your mind to say, the show is over, stop thinking about it? The person rejected me, stop thinking about it. The person broke up with me, stop thinking about it. A lot of people are so caught up on these emotional factors that's holding them back that even years and years later, it's still on them. It still has the grasp on them. Do you want that to have the grasp on you? I don't want it to have the grasp on me. Because why? It'll hold me back. You cannot be held back. You need to keep yourself accountable. Rewire your mind. Forgive. That's what you need to do. Because if you don't forgive it, how can you let it go? Whether you're the person who did something wrong, whether they're the person who did something wrong, forgive. Because once you let that go, you can blast off like a rocket ship. Imagine a rocket ship blasting off when those big old fork that keeps it steady is still holding on to it. Pretty difficult, right? People might get hurt, Bad things might happen if that happens. Let go. Blast off and stay consistent with your progress. Become a new person. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't necessarily mean physically, but I mean spiritually. Inside, internally, you need to become a new person. The person you are right now might be able to use a physical touch-up. I'm not one to talk, but spiritually, internally, how you think, how you speak, how you feel, change who you are. Because if you're watching this video, it seems like you're going to need to change who you are, to be quite honest with you. And so what kind of things do you do? What are your hobbies? Who do you speak to? Why? How do you feel usually? What do you say or think when something bad or good happens to you? Always find the positivity in things. When you follow Christ, you're being reborn. What does he mean by that? You're not physically being reborn that moment, but it's a promise to change who you are inside. And so that's really what it is. When you think no all the time, no, I can't. That's a good one. I can't. How can you? I heard this really good thing. Whether you think you can or can't, you're right. Let that settle in. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. Hey, Franco, I can do it. You're absolutely right, you can. Hey, Franco, I can't do it. I'm pretty sure you can't. I mean, it's really that simple. It's a way of thinking. And if that's what you're thinking, you're right. Because if I thought I can't, then I really can't. Why? Because I already failed. I already settled for defeat without even trying. I settled for defeat without trying a second time, a third time. Whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, you're right. What do you think you could do? Can you or can't you? That's up to you to decide. Commit. Even if you fail, even if you fall, get back up and commit yourself. Because that's what it is. When you get back up, that's commitment. That's dedication. That's discipline and what? Consistency. What is it? We talked about earlier, accountability. Commit yourself to what you said you were going to do. Why would I trust somebody who said, I'm going to do it, and they don't do it? I'm going to do it by this time. They haven't done it by this time. Now, it's understandable, but what sucks is that afterwards, they just accept the defeat and not keep going. Whether you fail or fall, keep going. Commit yourself. Get back up. Why wouldn't you? What do you have to lose? At the age you are now, whether you're 50, whether you're 18, whether you're 12, commit yourself to what you say you were going to do. Now, I don't mean that in bad things. Commit yourself to what's going to grow you, prosper you, what's going to lead you to greatness, God, and what's going to grow you. That's what you need to do. Commit yourself to what you say you would do. Imagine having a dream, a vision, an aspiration, a goal, and what you do is not committing yourself to reaching that goal. Then what are you doing? Why have these goals, dreams, aspirations? Why tell people what you want to do if you're not going to do it? What does that make you look like? It makes you look weak. I said it. Whoopsie-doo. It makes you look weak. I have a lot of friends who said, I was going to do this, change their mind, does that. But why? Money. Now, a lot of my friends are pretty young. They're like 18, around, like that, early 20s, stuff like that. So that's understandable. But whatever you do, commit yourself. A lot of people have so much potential. I see a lot of people, a lot of my friends that have so much potential, but they just don't try. They don't do the extra. They don't go the extra mile. They don't stay after. You need to go the extra mile because somebody wants the same dream. Somebody has the same aspiration. Somebody wants that girl you want. Somebody wants that degree. Somebody wants that job. Somebody wants that pay raise. Somebody wants your position. And they're going to do anything it takes to get it. Are you willing to do anything it takes to get it? If not, why do you want it? If not, why do you say you want it? If you're not going to commit yourself, then just take that dream out of the picture, because it's not going to happen. Whether you can or can't, you're right. And even if you can, but you don't commit yourself, I don't know. If you were around me, I'd say you're not going to do it. Sorry, not sorry. You're not going to do it if you don't commit yourself. So commit yourself to what you want in life, and you'd get it. Now, it doesn't go without being said. You need a plan. You need a goal. I have 6 months worth of a plan. Right now, it needs to be more. I'm working on 5 years, but I have a plan. I have, to the very specification, the date, the time, I have a plan. And now, that's what you need. You need a plan. What are you going to commit yourself to if you don't know what you're going to commit yourself to? It's so simple, guys. I'm 18 and I understand as much as I understand because of how simple it is. Yes, it can be complex, but if you define it to its very specification, how can you not succeed? How can you not do it? Especially if it's realistic. Now, everybody wants, say, I'm going to put a money sign, heart, growth. Say that. Money, love, growth. You know what also? God. Cross. This is a cross. Everybody wants this stuff. Even with God, how can you build a relationship with God if you don't have a plan to do it? Think about it. Think about it for a second. Prayer is a plan. Church is a plan. Reading your Bible is a plan. Studying the Word is a plan. How can you build a relationship with God if you don't do any of those things? If you don't speak to God? Money. How can you make money if you don't have a plan? Even if that's your only dream, which it shouldn't, that's kind of low. How can you make money without a plan? Going to work is a plan, my guy. Going to work. Figuring out how many hours do you need is to get this much money so that you can have this much money to buy this certain thing, start this certain business, how much a month. It's all a plan. That's what's so simple about it, is because when you think about a plan, I feel like you're thinking about some intricate, complex spiderweb type thing. You don't need that right now. What you need is a start. You need something to commit yourself to, which is a goal. Now that you have a goal, how are you going to get there? That's the big question. How in the world am I going to get there? Just like before, I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll do it. That's good. That's a good way of thinking. But please define it a bit. That's the only thing you got, then what do you have? All this stuff is working together that I've already shared with you. It's not pick one out of all of them. It's use all of them to build one big, beautiful plan. Love. How in the world are you going to find love if you don't talk to people, go out, text people, you post on? If nobody even knows you're alive, how in the world are you going to find love? How in the world are you going to grow if you don't have a plan to grow? If you aren't doing anything, not by making money, getting closer with God, or meeting new people, how in the world are you going to grow? And everyone expects things. And everybody expects the big man upstairs to do it for them. Guys, he's called you. Now, this isn't a sermon, but he's called you to pick up that cross and keep moving. But guess what? It's heavy. So you need a plan. Step one. What's your step one? Start, goal, get a goal, right? Goal. Step two. Create a plan. Listen, I'm not doing it for you. I'm sorry. I don't know what you guys want. I don't know what you guys dream or aspire to do or be. But you need a plan. I don't know. Start with a goal. Start with the goal. And now, what can you do now? What can you do now to get yourself closer? Every single day, you need to make progress. That's the thing that I can tell you. Every single day, you need to make progress because you are the only person that's going to get you to the other side, and you are the only person who could mess this up. Pain versus pleasure. PvP. You have to be willing to accept short-term pain for long-term pleasure. But if you flip it over, short-term pleasure for long-term pain. Guys, I know you've already heard this before, but that's how real it is. You always think, no, I'm okay, I can handle it, it's not that deep, my guy. It is that deep, my guy. Come on. You need to open your mind, open your eyes, ears, and close your mouth, because this is what you need to hear. You have to be willing to fail. Short-term pain for long-term pleasure. What do you think that pain entails? Failure? Heartbreak? Dissatisfaction? What are you willing to accept? The more you're willing to take, the more you will be given. Think about that. You cannot reap what you do not sow. What are you going to reap? What are you going to sow? Think about it. Momentum, 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 consistency, consistency, consistency. These two words are really important. Rockets build momentum. And guess what? Their thrusters stay consistent with that momentum. Embrace it. Embrace the momentum. It can get shaky, it can get rocky, but you need to embrace it. Embrace the momentum, because this is what's going to drive you. The more you build and the longer you hold, the harder that punch will be. Now, I'm not talking about boxing. I have no idea anything about that. But what I mean by punch is breaking through that wall, breaking through that barrier that's holding you back, that you need to let go of stuff to go even faster, to build more momentum, to stay more consistent, so that you could break through the mindset that you are already in, that programming that you need to escape. That's what you need to do. Rewire your mind, build that momentum, and stay consistent. Well, guys, I hope you gained some value from today's video. Now, I'm still young, I'm still learning. This is all stuff that I also need to apply to myself. This is all the stuff that I've been taught by my mentors who make millions of dollars. Guys, I'm just relaying the message. So please like, subscribe, and comment if you have any thoughts. If you have any mentor type of thoughts that you'd like to share, I'm more than willing to read, more than willing to accept, and more than willing to change, because that's what we need to do. Like, subscribe, and this is Instagram, builtforpurpose.fb. That's where I have a lot more videos that are a lot more edited and better than the longer formatted videos. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.